Bidding process.
Pursue your passion for working with animals through Penn Foster's online veterinary programs. Penn Foster's courses are flexible, so you can work at the pace that's right for you. We offer a range of affordable programs to help prepare you for in-demand careers. From training as a pet groomer to earning your veterinary technician associate degree. Visit us online.
We're going to turn off this fan. Hey, come on.
Hey, Dan, Karen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. We're getting systems up here, so we'll be starting shortly. But welcome.
Okay.
I'm excited. I
Yeah,
love doing these presentations.
It's gonna be kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it will be. It's a lot of fun, and then we'll have some Q&A afterwards. And well, if we get 100% showing, we've got quite a few people coming.
Excellent.
At least to the orientation. So, but I talked to, the company we're working with for these reservations, and unfortunately that hotel, well, a dive resort is booking up. So,
Really?
yeah, I didn't think it would last for very long.
Yeah, it's gonna be that time of the year. Everybody wants to come out there, you know?
Well, yeah, from what I'm hearing, the Caymans book up pretty fast.
Yeah. What's the storm season like out there? When is that run? I didn't think about that.
Well, yeah, we got a good rate, and they do have a guarantee that should there be inclement weather, we can cancel. So, but it's typically June through November. But they run dive trips all the time. I really wanted to go a little bit earlier, but this was kind of like a good deal.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'll ask you about the trip insurance when everybody's online, because we'll probably, it seems like we should probably do it, because you don't know what's going to happen with the storm. If a storm comes up, even if you can cancel it or postpone it, I guess all those costs are still transferable, huh?
Yeah. And so I could get more details on that. But, I have an uncle that he travels down to Florida all the time. He always goes August. I don't know if he goes September, but I do know he goes that time of the year just because of the, the price breaks.
Yeah.
We're saving quite a bit of money. So, we'll see how it goes.
Do you ever get the insurance?
But say again?
Do you ever get the insurance, trip insurance?
I haven't gotten it yet. I plan to get it as soon as we make our final payment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure the timing of it, or what's the frequency of occurrence that something happens? Of course, this day and age, with what's going on in the country, and what's going on in the world. Not to mention the storm season, anything could happen. It seems like,
Yeah. Hey, Dan, can you do me a favor? I think there's a bad connection on your line. There's like this really bad echo. Can you disconnect and then connect again, and we'll see if it's better.
Okay, I'm wondering. See, I've got you on my computer, but I can't get the audio unless it's through my phone.
And that's better. No, there's still an echo. There's still an echo.
Right.
So just
Is
FYI.
that-
Well, I'll be asking everybody to mute during the meeting, so it's only, Q&A, so no big deal if that's kind of some technical issues on your end there.
Yeah, it's, I don't have the phone. I should say the computer doesn't have a video camera.
Oh, okay. Okay, no worries. Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Excited.
I
So,
know.
you locked up. Can everyone hear me okay? Just want to make sure.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
It's a little slow. So,
Huh.
which as long as you can hear me and as soon as I get the presentation up, videos are always more of a challenge, but we'll do our best with them. I have a new trick I can do if we, have trouble with the videos. But as long as you can hear and see me, we're going to be muting. You guys will during the session. So just the Q&A. But so I'm excited. We tried to make this trip a couple years ago, and we had to cancel because of COVID. And we were going to go to a real nice dive resort called Sunset House. But to go to Sunset House this time, we would have been paying quite a bit more. So this was a deal I couldn't pass up on the East End, which I have a best friend who claims that the East End is the best, and quieter, more pristine, and it's kind of more our style. So, but I'll be talking more about it. So you guys look good. Dan, nice. Great. Hi, Karen. Yeah, it's okay. We can't hear you.
We went to a dive shop last week and where we bought the gloves, and the guy was asking us if we were on the east end or the other end, remember? And so it's that you brought that up. So the east end being the best end, yeah. So okay, is the echo still going on? It
Can
is.
you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, but not through the headset. All right.
I'm going to mute mine so it'll stop the echo. Hopefully.
Can you hear me through the headset? I think you're hearing me through the computer. So, okay, I'm going to turn this off. These are my wireless headset. It's a new one. It works on my work computer, but it won't work on this one, which is my personal computer. So I'll turn it off. But you guys hear me okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't worry about this then. That's just for better quality sound, and it kind of keeps the background noise to a minimum. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great trip, and we'll have plenty of things to do besides the diving, which I'm going to get into some of the tourism and fun things that we can do on land. Just checking messages here.
Well, it sounds like we all have a rental car.
We do, which is going to be pretty wild. I've never driven on the left-hand side of the road.
Oh, it's the other way around.
Yeah, I'll talk about that. It's like, whoa, okay, that'll be different. I better not have any of those rum drinks and try to drive. I'll be driving on the wrong side of the road. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hi.
So we'll be starting here shortly. We're just giving people, a few minutes. It's kind of early right now, but if you have any technical issues, it's just a good time to work them out. I will be asking everybody to mute during the meeting so that we minimize any background noise. Except I don't have a headset, so you might hear a little bit of background here. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. I have a sleeping dog. Hopefully she stays that way. But we're glad you're here, Donetta. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thanks.
And your sound is really good too.
Oh, good.
Yep.
I'm still working until 6:30. I'm almost off the phones. I got 3 more minutes on the phones. Then
Yeah,
after
no
that, I
worries.
can- okay, good.
Yeah, just mute yourself and do what you got to do. But I will be trying to keep everything, on time, because I know everyone's busy and got things to do, dinner to make and stuff. So I'll try not to get too chatty, but I get
Okay.
excited. And we're going to probably have some questions, and I want to make sure I get your questions. If I don't have an answer for them, I can find the answer and then I'll get back to you. So I have my little notepad right here, ready to go, Q&A, in case there's something that you guys ask. That's a great question, and I don't have a clear answer on right now. But it's going to be a great trip. I'm so excited. I'm not going to be excited about the flight out though at 5 a.m. That's going to be kind of rough, but we can sleep on the plane.
Right, exactly. I was wondering, did you want to, how are you going to get to the airport?
I haven't decided. I haven't thought that far. Probably.
Did you want to carpool, or did you want to share a ride, or what did you want
We
to
can
do?
definitely talk about that as we go forward here. I'm going to be at the end of this presentation talking, a little bit to the folks that have already confirmed reservations and what our next steps are, and how we're going to coordinate and collaborate together, right? And so I don't have answers for that yet, but I've been thinking about, I don't know at that time of night, I guess you can still get an Uber if you need to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
It might be cheaper to go in half than to do it by ourselves.
exactly. I've thought about that. So my
You
mom
can
go ahead.
You can pre-book your time too the day before, so you're assured.
Yeah, I've done that, and they've never really come through like that, like having a reservation. They just call from the airport, or but it did cost us, I think, coming back from the airport cost us more money. It was like $60, which I guess is not bad. If 2 people, you split it, but I'm all for Uber. I like Uber. But all right, so we have another minute here. We're just letting people have a chance to come on here, and welcome everybody.
Welcome.
It's going to be fun. I love doing these presentations, as I just love sharing this information with people, and hey, it's the spice of life, right?
Right.
What we work for. So, all right, it is 6 o'clock. We'll start the presentation, and we'll let folks catch up.
Just so you know, Laura, it did say 7 o'clock originally. I'm not sure if you.
I did. I changed that.
Okay.
I was hoping I did that in enough time.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here we go. And I'm going to go into presentation mode here shortly. My little control bar covers up my commands. There we go. Okay, so beginning, and recording is going. This will be a recorded session. So if you missed anything, we will share that recording. So anyways, all right, welcome everyone. I'm so glad you're here, and it's going to be a fun evening. This is the Great Outdoors Adventures Group. It is also the 3H Hiking Club. Okay, so jointly together. And where is my little command? There we go. And this is the orientation for the Cayman Islands diving and snorkeling adventure, which is going to be on Grand Cayman Island, coming up August 12th through the 19th. And it is going to be an amazing week of ocean fun and adventure in the Caribbean. So with that being said, please do mute yourselves so that we can have the best sound and quality for you, and we'll move right ahead here. All right, so our agenda, we'll try to keep things on time. As I mentioned just a few moments ago, I know we're all busy, we're all tired, we're all working, and we want to get on with our evening. But so the agenda, we'll do an introduction to the Caymans, then we'll start talking about the Grand Caymans, travel and tourism, which is awesome. And then we'll get into the dive resort that we're staying at and the outfitter that we're working with, Ocean Frontiers, what our package is, what it includes, what it doesn't include, the costs, and then international travel logistics and any other details pertaining to this trip. And then I hope to have time set aside for all of you for a good Q&A session, so we can go over some questions that have been on your minds. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, if I don't have answers right away for you, I have my notepad here, and I will take down your question and I will get back to you within a reasonable time with an answer. Okay, so here we go. Let's have fun. All right, welcome to the Cayman Islands. Now videos, I'm going to see if this will work, presenting it in the presentation. If you have issues with the sound, you can't hear it, please let me know, because I could play it directly through YouTube as well. But here we go.
Located in the Western Caribbean Sea, just 400 miles south of Miami, lay the Cayman Islands. These 3 islands are known around the world for both their natural beauty and financial importance. But what really makes the Cayman stand out is their quiet charm and warm hospitality. Grand Cayman is the largest of the islands, and its capital, Georgetown, has an abundance of shops and restaurants. Each day, the locals are more than happy to offer a huge variety of their souvenirs to the scores of docking tourists. But the key to understanding what the Caymans are all about is to explore the rest of what the islands have to offer. A few miles north of Georgetown, you will find 7 Mile Beach, often considered one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. This tranquil coast is ideal for playing, relaxing, and even snorkeling right from shore. It's here that Grand Cayman has the greatest concentration of resorts and hotels. For a slightly quieter beach, take a trip to Rum Point on the north side of the island, where lazy days, lying on the sand, or stretched out in a hammock are all that is on the agenda. With plenty of things to do and see, Grand Cayman is certainly not a place to be bored. Spend an afternoon feeding stingrays in Stingray City, get up close and personal with some young turtles at Bosun Beach, learn about the endangered blue iguana at the Botanical Garden, or take an island hike on the unspoiled Mastic Trail. If you want to escape the crowds and commercialism of Grand Cayman, take a trip to one of the sister islands where you'll find a vast world of natural beauty both above and below water. The steep limestone bluff that rises steadily along the coast is Cayman Brac's most notable feature. Get an exhilarating view from the beach, or take a walk along the Lighthouse Trail running atop its high edge. Just west of Cayman Brac is Little Cayman. At only 1 mile wide, this sliver of land is known for its world-class diving. 3-fathom wall on the northwest side has a vertical drop-off starting at 18 feet, straight down to 1,000 feet, making it one of the few walls that is easily accessible to both divers and snorkelers. The island is also home to the Booby Pond Nature Reserve, which protects the largest colony of red-footed boobies in the Western Hemisphere. With only 170 permanent human inhabitants, there are more iguanas here than there are people, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled. Whether it's shopping or playing, diving or exploring, you'll find more than you ever expected on these quaint Caribbean island jewels.
All right. Did that work for everybody? Can somebody let me know? Did it work
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, look good.
Sound and everything?
Yes.
Thumbs up? Okay, perfect.
Great.
Awesome. Okay. I love when it works. Okay, here we go. Okay. Cayman Islands, 3 islands, as the video said, right? But we're going to be going to the largest one, but they are located in the Northwestern Caribbean. It's approximately 450 miles from Florida, 180 miles from Jamaica, and only 140 miles from Cuba. They make up the trio, Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, and Little Cayman, as the video said. They are English speaking, and it is still an autonomous overseas British territory. So some of their English may be a little bit different from ours, but it has long been a destination, a world-class destination for tourism, banking, offshore banking is offshore banking accounts, right? And then financial services. So that goes together, offshore banking and financial services. But it's really best known for its gorgeous beaches, and it is the scuba diving capital, and also and birthplace of diving, by the way, and also the culinary capital of the Caribbean. So some interesting fun facts. What happened here? Hold on about that. All right, moving on. But we will be staying on, for this trip, it will be on the island of Grand Cayman. It is the largest island, approximately 76 square miles. Some fun facts for you. Grand Cayman is 22 miles long, 8 miles wide, whereas Cayman Brac is 12 miles long and 1 mile wide. And then the smallest island, Little Cayman, is 10 miles long and 1 mile wide. And we will be having a quiz afterwards, so I hope you got that. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to throw you off. All right, so, but back to Grand Cayman, the largest island, it has the most to offer in terms of things to do, and but it is a lot of tourism. The capital is Georgetown. The main international airport, I think the only international airport, is Owen Roberts International, which is a GCM airport code. The districts are divided east to west and west and north. So the west and north end, this is where most of the population is located. It is where the cruise ship port is and the most tourism of the island. So the most, crowds. But whereas on the other end, the east end, it's more quiet, laid back. We'll get more of a cultural feel as well. And it's just more pristine, and the feeling of really just being closer to nature. But on the whole, all 3 islands offer world-class diving and snorkeling. So, and we'll get into that some more as we go on here. So as I mentioned, it is the diving capital of the world, is the birthplace of scuba diving. Jacques Cousteau began commercial diving in the Caymans. So some more fun facts for you, and some great pictures here of some of the diving. I have a quick video here of, it is also a great place for beginner divers. I cannot think of a better place to go diving as a new diver. This is honestly the best. So here we go. Here's a little video. Hopefully this one works well. If it doesn't, let me know. Oops, my fault. One moment.
Are you a new diver with a brand new logbook? Are you ready for an underwater adventure? Take your next giant stride into the sparkling waters of the Cayman Islands. The colorful reefs and friendly marine life equal vacation paradise for divers who want to get some easy dives under their weight belts. You'll find sun-kissed reefs that are like ocean aquariums, and turtles, groupers, and stingrays that want to be your dive buddies. This is Cayman kind, scuba style, but the fun doesn't stop after you've come up for air. Between dives, dig your toes into some of the best beaches in the Caribbean, or kiteboard above the reefs. At night, explore an array of cuisine and nightlife. Discover why the Cayman Islands loves to welcome new divers.
Well, I can't think of a better place to go than the Caymans. And as it got into some of the other things that you can do, it is absolutely a fantastic place. So let's move on. Stop. There we go. All right. So of the 3 islands together, they have about 365 dive sites. Grand Cayman alone has over 200. I want to say, I think I heard 265. I'm not sure that's the right number, but the majority of the dive sites, and there's great diving either side of the island. Some people say they prefer the west end, and they have the Kittiwake shipwreck there, or like I have my best friend that is a pretty experienced advanced diver. She loves the east end. So no matter, there's dive sites you can see just about everywhere. So absolutely will be amazing. And snorkel sites. It says here on there's also snorkel sites. So it's diving and snorkeling. You do not have to be a diver to enjoy the Caymans. But one of the more famous dive sites on Grand Cayman is the Kittiwake wreck. This is similar to what we just did recently in San Carlos with their wreck, and I forget the name of it, but this is a ship that they recently sank. I want to say this was about 2011, and it's resting in only about 60 feet of water. So it's a great beginner's wreck dive, and it's supposed to be a really amazing dive. So let's move on. I have a little bit of a video of this dive. Yeah, right here. So hopefully I might have to enlarge this, but let's give this a moment. I'm gonna go out to YouTube. Now that that's So I apologize if that was a really small window to watch that in, but all of these videos are on YouTube, that you can look them up if you'd like to view them again yourself. So, but anyways, that's the Kittiwake, and wrecks are actually pretty cool. They're amazing artificial reefs, and yeah, it's really neat. I wasn't sure how I would like a dive, you know, to a wreck, but they're actually pretty cool. All right, so on to the next. But you know, we're talking a lot about diving. This trip is open to snorkeling because as it is a world-class diving destination, it is also world-class snorkeling. And there's a number of snorkeling sites around all of the islands, really. And snorkeling is a ton of fun. It's, my opinion, a lot easier than diving, but diving is so amazing. So, all right, here we go. But one of the famous sites that must do when you go to the Caymans and Grand Cayman is Stingray City. And this is some of the pictures of what it's like. You can snorkel it or you can dive it. It's only 12 feet of water, and you get to interact with these amazing creatures that are absolutely tame. So I have a video here. You can tell I love videos. So here we go. Videos are fun. All right, here we go.
Are you looking for the ultimate marine animal encounter? Look no further than Stingray City, Grand Cayman. Touted as one of the world's most enjoyable 12-foot dives, Stingray City is an absolute must-do for all visitors.
Stingray City is our pride and joy in Grand Cayman. It's been a wonderful attraction. A couple of local dive masters started hand feeding the stingrays. From that point onwards, the rays become very much part of our interaction here in Grand Cayman.
You not only have the stingers, but you have a lot of other fish that interact at that place. And any of these close encounters with creatures will make us value a lot more and understand them quite a bit more. So definitely it's a great diving and snorkeling experience.
They know that they're going to see divers there. They come when they hear the boats and the boat engines turn off and they all start showing up. And it's an incredible area where you can just socialize with big pelagic rays. They're incredibly intelligent, incredibly friendly animals. It's an experience that no one should ever come down here and miss.
Awesome. All right, so that's Stingray City. That is a must do. We will be doing that. I promise. I think there's only certain days that the tour to Stingray City from the resort goes out. I will confirm that day. I want to say it's like Tuesday, but we will be definitely checking that out. That looks like so much fun. All right, but on to the next. We don't want the video again. There we go. All right. Oops, sorry. Okay, so besides the diving and the snorkeling, there are a lot of other things to do. I mean, we would need probably 2 to 3 weeks to take all this in, but we'll do our best. There's the Crystal Caves tour. I heard that is super amazing. I think that's on the north side. Of course, 7 Mile Beach. Who doesn't know 7 Mile Beach, the most beautiful stretch of sand. And then Rum Point is supposed to be pretty cool to go snorkeling and just hanging out. The picture in the top right, that is Rum Point. And then for a little bit of hiking, though I don't know how hot it's going to be, but they say the Mastic Trail is supposed to be pretty cool. Not very long, I think 3 miles round trip. So anyways, you get an idea that we'll have plenty to do after we're done diving. And also we'll have our day, right, that we have to get what they say is gas off, right? and you know, no diving before we fly back home. So we'll have a whole day to kill on that day. So anyways, moving on. These are just a few of the excursions and tours that we can do. Another one that I would really like to take in if we can, if it'll work out, is a tour to the Cayman Turtle Center. They have a they're really into conservation of, for turtles and also their blue iguana. So they're really into saving their turtles, which almost went to extinction from what I heard. And they do raise these turtles here at the Turtle Center. So there's conservation that we can, work into our diving. And I think that would be really amazing to do. As you know, I'm into turtles. I don't know what kind these are. We'll find out. But and then there's also the blue iguana. They've done a lot to bring this species back as well. and we can check out the Blue Iguana Conservation. I don't know if they call it the Blue Iguana Conservation Center, but we can certainly go check that out if we'd like. So moving on, there's also the Barker's National Park. This is the first national park of the Caymans. It is located in the West Bay. And again, you know, they're really trying to promote and grow environmental conservation and protection, and start to really promote and market nature tourism there. So I'm not sure just how developed that park is right now, but it would be pretty cool to check it out. So here is a pretty active map, and I think it's got it all squeezed in there, but it's kind of cute, I thought, of, you know, how the island is broken up into the different districts. This is West Bay over here. You have Georgetown, the airport here, Town. If you're into the history of the Cayman Islands and Grand Cayman, Town is supposed to be the place to go there. And then where we're going to be is the East End, which is, you know, more laid back, more quiet, and pristine, which is what we like. So anyways, moving on. You want more information? I highly recommend going to the Cayman Islands official tourism website, which is visitcaymanislands.com. You'll find all the information you need there. It is all there. One of the resources that I like, there is a Cayman Islands travel guide. Here's the link. I don't expect you to write this down, but if you go to visitcaymanislands.com, you can find this there. They have the general travel guide. They've got a dive guide or dive site guide, and then also a culinary guide. So moving on to what we're going to be doing. As you can see, this is more like a, what would you call this, a radar picture? I'm not sure what to call this, but it does show where we're going to be in relation to the whole island. Over here on the East End at Compass Point Dive Resort. And here is Compass Point. It is beautiful. And here is a video. You know me and my videos. I always have a video if I have one, or if I can get one. So here we go. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. beautiful. So. All right, moving on. So that is our resort. Absolutely gorgeous, right on the ocean, of course. Has a couple of beaches. All we got to do is roll out of bed and onto the dive boat, I guess. I thought that was cute. But the accommodations, we will have 1-bedroom condo suites and luxury pillow top beds, which is always very nice. But they're equipped with kitchens, modern appliances, even washers and dryers. And extra beds, I guess, but this is based on double occupancy, so we're not going to be squeezing, 4 or 6 people into a room. But private balconies with ocean views, so it's nice to travel all that way and get a room that actually overlooks the ocean. Of course, swimming pool, jacuzzi, on-site dive training pool, so we can kind of get our, into our gear and get comfortable with it before we head out. But it really just has it all. And the oceanfront restaurant, I forget the name of it now, I apologize. But we'll have everything we need right there, including barbecue grills. So, and let me move on. Here's some more pictures. The suites are really gorgeous. Wow. But just some pictures of what, some of the rooms look like, the bathroom, and then what the property looks like. So really beautiful. So we're going to have 1-bedroom suite. So I'm not sure, like this first picture, just how spacious. When you have a 2-bedroom suite, obviously there's more living area and square footage. So, I don't know if that's exactly what ours will look like. We'll have a smaller unit. I don't, maybe more like this one. This one looks smaller over here in the right-hand corner, but you get the idea. Very clean, new, right? It all looks new and just really gorgeous and beautiful. So here is a map of the layout of the property. I can send you a copy of this, so they have their own 5-star Patty dive shop located there, and it's called Ocean Frontiers. I've heard a lot of good things at Ocean Frontiers. Again, they're into conservation and into nature, eco. We probably won't be allowed plastic bottles on the boat, that kind of thing. But here they are. There's supposed to be some really modern and I want to say sophisticated dive boats, but some pretty cool dive boats. And that's a team over there, over to the right. Here's a great video of diving with Ocean Frontiers. Now, there's a big shark here. I don't know that we're going to see sharks. Okay. But let's roll the video. Oh boy, that looks so awesome. All right. All right, so this is the East End dive sites, and there are plenty of them. And our resort is right here over in the far corner. But as you can see, there's just a lot to offer. And as they said, they're less crowded. If they're less crowded dive sites, you know, more likely the wildlife is going to stick around, right? So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm cool if we see a shark. Depends on what kind of shark, but it looks like there would be opportunity to see reef sharks. Anyways, get an idea of all the different dive sites. Of course, the dive shop makes the call as to which ones we do according to the conditions of the day. So, all right, so that's where we're staying. That's who we're working with. Here's it's basically a rough draft itinerary. I don't map out every minute of our trip, but it's good to have a plan. You know, there's a lot to see and do in relatively a short period of time. 7 days can go really, really fast. So, you know, a lot of this is TBD. I don't have a schedule for any of the tours and excursions. I'll get an idea of what days they might be available or not, and then we can talk about that. But basically, we're going to depart on Sunday very, very early. Only flight that I could see at a decent price was American, out of Phoenix at 5 a.m. That's leaving. So, woo, but we'll sleep on the plane. And we should arrive. The good part is we should arrive in the, you know, Grand Cayman by mid-afternoon. I believe it's sometime around 2:30-ish. And we need to, you know, we need to clear customs, get our bags, clear customs, and then also go across the street to get our rental cars. So that'll take up some time, but we still should make it over to the resort by happy hour. So that's our goal. So we got to get there by happy hour, and then we'll have time to relax. And nothing is better than just after a long day of traveling, to have that cocktail in hand and be overlooking a sunset over the ocean. So Eagle Race, that's what it's called. So we will be having dinner there in their dining room. But and then the rest of the week is pretty much, you know, we have our diving in the morning. Breakfast is included. We'll go over everything that's included and not included in the upcoming slides here. But basically, I'm keeping the afternoons open before happy hour and dinner to, you know, see what we can fit in for these optional tours and excursions. So, but basically that's it. Monday through Thursday, Friday. Oh, I don't have a Saturday on here. Okay, so this is just a rough draft itinerary because it looks like I have dropped off one of the days. But Sunday we return, you know, heading back to the airport, dropping off our cars. And our return flight, if everybody's on the same flight as me, but there's even a second flight that departs a short time either earlier or later. So we're still getting into Phoenix because, you know, the 3-hour time difference, we're going to lose 3 hours heading east, but we're going to gain it coming back home. We're still going to be home around, you know, early evening is what I'm going to say, 8 to 9 p.m., depending on how quickly you can get a ride back from the airport. But we should be landing in Phoenix early evening. So that's the itinerary. And this is what is included in this all-inclusive diving and snorkeling adventure. It is 7 nights accommodations at the Compass Point Dive Resort, 6 days of 2-tank boat diving, tanks, weights, and belts. This does include taxes and any surcharges. There will be a full breakfast served daily. We get a car rental. Okay, the car rental covers the daily rate. And I need to go back to my notes. There is about a $10 to $12 a day. I believe that's taxes and any additional charges that we will be paying, but they pay the car rental for the week. And then we can free of charge our bicycles and kayaking equipment. Day tours and excursions, they're optional, so they really shouldn't be on the included list here. But there will be a charge for the Stingray City, so we can go over that another time. But and tons of fun. The fun's included. So, all right. What it does not include, okay, importantly, does not include the airfare. Okay. If you're diving, it does not include your rental gear. It is approximately $35 a day, or they have just a package for $140 a week. And that it's your BC regulator, dive computer. And then if you don't want to bring your wetsuit or anything, I will probably weigh whether I really want to bring all my equipment, because I did pay a lot of money for my dive gear. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but you do not have to pack all that stuff if you don't want to. And then here, optional day tours, excursions, and activities, lunches, dinners, and any alcohol. That is not included. And also groceries and shopping. We will be stopping at a grocery store. We'll see, I'll have to look at what they'll have open when we land, get some basic groceries, because we'll have, you know, our kitchenettes and stuff. But anyways, groceries and shopping's not included. And then of course, any gratuities. Okay, international travel and logistics. You just need to have a current and valid US passport, which is good for 6 months. Okay, it can't expire. Yours truly, my passport is expiring, so I had to renew, and I went through the expedited. I paid for the expedited, not just processing, but expedited shipping time too. So it can get expensive, but anyways, right now there's warnings going out. If you need to renew your passport, it's going to take a while. So do it now, don't wait, and get the expedited. If you're wanting to come on this trip and it's expiring, get the expedited and do it right away. There's the website. The only other thing that we'll need, and the airline gives these out, is they're really a tourist visa, but they'll, you know, they always hand you the card to hand to customs. That's the thing. There's also good news. I'll be talking about this too in a later slide, but we do not have any requirements to be either vaccinated or have proof of vaccinations. So no testing, no proof of vaccinations, nothing. Okay, everything was lifted, and woohoo, happy day. We can travel, yay. So that being said, as I mentioned, we do get a rental car in this, and we will be picking those up at the airport and dropping them off as well. We just need to have our driver's license and a major credit card. Okay, so that's all. Taxes, okay, here it is. Taxes, fees, insurance, and gas are not included. And then they're estimating our daily costs for the rental, and you can split that up with, you know, your roommate, or however we want to, how many cars we want to, maybe we want to only get 2 cars and split the cost 4 ways. You know, we can talk about that. But $10 to $12 a day, piece of cake. Driving is on the left. So I'll be driving slow until I can kind of get the hang of that. And I will not be having cocktails and driving on the left. I'll get a volunteer driver. Thank you. But yeah, that's going to be a little different. But it is a British held, well, not held, but it's a British territory, and they drive on the left.
Yeah, Cyprus did the same thing. I've driven on the left.
Okay, you get to drive.
Okay.
Okay.
Just kidding. We'll split it up. No worries. Okay. So other important details. I put this in a lot of my presentations for diving. So just some basic stuff. The temperature of the water is going to be mid 80s. I am still going to bring, and I still advise, a 3 mil full suit, because once you get down to depth, it's a little cooler, you know, and I chill kind of easily. I will just bring my own because I know it fits. Bring my own wetsuit. I also recommend, it's just recommended, not required, but a skin suit. They're great for snorkeling. It's basically a 1 millimeter suit. It looks like a dive suit, but it's much, much thinner. And it makes for putting on and taking off your scuba wetsuit a lot easier, just so you know. But it's really comfortable to wear. I don't know about a hood. That's up to you. Depends on how chilled you get in the water, especially going down, you know, to say 60 feet, which is what we're licensed for, most of us. Neoprene gloves, it's always good to have so you don't, you know, injure your hands should you, you know, hit the rocks or anything. I get fingerless, which I'm not sure how much protection I really get, but I like to take pictures. So, and only a dive light. I'm sure they'll give us some if we opt to do a night dive. So, but every diver, all of us should have a safety sausage and a whistle in case of an emergency. On the boat, towel, sunscreen, hat, right? Basic stuff here. Seasickness. Every trip I've been on, practically somebody's gotten sick on the boat. So prepare for this in advance, whether you think you get seasick or whether you don't think. I bring Dramamine. I have not, knock on wood, gotten seasickness. But one of our good friends, Laura, can probably talk to this. She got a patch, but we were on a liveaboard for a week. So the patch, the doctor can get you a prescription for the patch, which you just wear all the time then. Keep your stuff. If you're going to bring any gear with you, keep it in a mesh bag. Good to put your name on it. There will be probably other divers on the boat with us. If you bring any electronics, please put them in a dry sack. It gets wet on the boat. And then Caymans do take credit cards. Obviously, it's a major world-class destination, takes credit cards, but they also accept US dollars. You just might get Cayman dollars and change, which is what happens when you give dollars in Mexico. You get pesos back. All right. So a few other housekeeping, well, I don't know if we want to call it housekeeping, but a few things that I do recommend. It's not required. Some trips it will be required. So just, you know, but dive insurance, it's called DAN, Divers Alert Network. I'm not sure these rates are still the same, but this is what it covers. It covers anything pertaining to diving. Okay, so it's not travel insurance. It's dive insurance in case of an accident, because your travel insurance will not likely cover you if you're doing extreme sports, which they consider diving an extreme sport. So there's a link there. You can sign up. I'm signed up, and I don't go anywhere without it. The other thing I recommend, again, not required, but I recommend, we're flying, you know, driving vacations. There's a lot more that can happen from air travel these days, right? Trip cancellations, trip interruptions, baggage delay, or it gets lost. Those are kind of things that, you know, especially like if I'm considering bringing my investment into dive, you know, diving gear. Well, you know, maybe I want to have the travel insurance and make sure if something happens that I can, you know, have it insured and get reimbursed for that. But it goes beyond just, you know, the things that can happen while you're traveling by air, you know, like the transportation, but it can also cover medical care for any unexpected illnesses. COVID may not be such a, you know, high issue now, but anything else can be, or even accidents and injuries. I slipped and fell in San Carlos, really busted up my elbow. I didn't break it, but I just sprained the heck out of it. It was painful for months. That would have been a situation where I may have needed to go to the hospital and, get some care. Check with your own medical insurance if they cover you for travel in foreign countries. If that's the case, then this is not necessary, but nice to have. But I will say that they probably don't. You need to really look into that. Yeah. So, all right. So that's my speech. I am going to get it. And if you do not have a pre-existing condition that you want covered, then you need to do that within 2 weeks of making your first deposit. Otherwise, you have up until, I want to say, best to do it no later than 2 weeks before you leave, just to be on the safe side, just to get the policy rolling and any documents and So, all right. So, to sign up and register for this event is just contact me, Laura Halik. It's my number, the email address, and do provide me a good contact number, your full name. And if you are intending to bring a guest with you, let's see. I was gonna say, I know I put a slide in here about how much is this gonna cost? Okay, I should move the slide up a little. Yeah. Apologize for that. I'm like, I did put that in here, I'm sure. All right, so the total cost, if you're diving for the week is $1,485, okay, which is really a great deal for the Caymans for a week, including all your diving and breakfast is included in that, and a rental car. So happy day, and a beautiful, beautiful place. There's also a rate for non-divers, and these are your snorkelers. If you are not a diver, you can come on this trip. You are more than welcome to, and I hope you do. $951 is the cost. Now it is double occupancy, all right, and that is bolded in yellow too. I can't break up the price. It is per person. And if anyone should decide that they don't have a roommate, they don't have a dive buddy, and they want to go single, there is a different rate. Okay, and I can send that to you, but there is a significant difference. Single supplement, they always jack up the rate, so it's not really a special in my opinion, but I can give you the rate. And again, you're more than welcome to come anyways, because it's going to be an awesome trip. You'll come home with great memories, and you'll be with all of us. With your friends. But anyways, all forms of payment, you can send me Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, credit cards. There will be a fee. It's not my fee. It will be whoever you use, whether it's Venmo or PayPal, but they add on a 3% fee. The deposit to confirm a reservation, you RSVP, but that does not mean you're confirmed. A confirmed reservation means you have forwarded a deposit. It's really $400 per room. You split that with your roommate, and it's $200 per person, which is refundable. It is refundable, fully refundable up until 90 days, okay, before departure. And payment in full, okay, is due by 60 days. So I've got the dates marked for those of you that are already confirmed for this trip. Y'all be keeping everybody reminded of that, and we'll stay up on that. We don't want to miss that date. But you do contact me, you do work through me, okay, not through Compass Point. Please don't contact Compass Point. We had that happen last time, and we got in trouble. They don't want a lot of phone calls. They only want to deal with the group organizer, the travel advisor. So please direct your I'm responsive to any emails and phone calls. I say give me 28 to 48 hours, and I will respond to you. But anyway, so that's the cost. Again, yay, happy day. We do not need to deal with COVID restrictions. Okay. And anything you'd want to bring, like masks, hand sanitizer, any PPE, that's, up to you. I always bring hand sanitizer. I like to have clean hands when I eat. But anyways, that's the health and safety updated information. Okay. And we made it. And well, we have 6 minutes, but any questions? We can do our Q&A now. What I'll do is I'll stop presenting so we can see each other. And here we go. All right. So
I have a
yeah.
If we rent the gear, which I'm probably going to do we need to do that way beforehand and pay, or do it when we get there? Like,
yeah.
to do it in advance.
We had to do it in advance the last trip. Let me find out, because there's just not a lot of information provided on renting the gear.
I mean, I'll probably bring my wetsuit, but all the other stuff I'm thinking would be easy just to rent. Because certain stuff anyways, the regulator and stuff, so I might as well rent all.
Yeah, I'm debating, because the cost of bringing an extra bag to check, as I'm not sure I can get it into a carry-on. I'm going to weigh that cost versus renting. So 140 a week. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, because I just spent a lot of money on the equipment, $1,000. I'm like, you mean to tell me I don't need to?
And it can be what? It can be $40 a day. It can be $40 each way with the extra bag. So that's 80.
Exactly.
So you're comparing 120 versus 80. Imagine it's
140. It's 140 for the week.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
No, for the week. So it's okay.
Anyway.
So Laura, is the 140 per week that equipment to include a thing? That's the big item. Otherwise, I only need a carry-on. I don't need a large bag. Is the thing included or it's separate?
Give me a second, because I printed it out. Oops.
I think it said it was included.
Well, it's not included. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a minute. Here it is. All right. So it says, leave your dive gear at home. Take advantage of our full set. Here's what it includes, okay? So everyone can hear me. This is reading right from their website. Includes mask, fins, your BCE, regulator with computer, okay?
Awesome.
That's what mine has. And they're going to provide you a 3 millimeter long sleeve shorty. I guess they think the water is warm enough. So
I'll probably still bring my own wetsuit, but that's awesome. We don't need a bring thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to bring mine too, because I'm comfortable in it. I know it fits, because they always give me the size too small, like a kid's size. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't get this thing on. It happened to me at the river. I'm like, dude, can you give me the next size up? This is not going to work, So I'd rather just have my own stuff. And then, if we want to go on our own snorkeling, we'll have our own stuff, right?
But we have a whole week, right? The rental. So we probably can keep them until we leave.
That's true. That's true. I just don't know if they're going to, let us take the equipment back to our suites. These are details I can find out, but anyways, it's included. It's included in the 140. And then now you can decide what you want to bring and what you don't want to bring, right? And then Laura, it's a great question. How do we pay for this? Do we pay for now or once we get there? I'm thinking probably once we get there and we check in with them. But let me see. That's an important detail. And we had to pay in advance last time, didn't we? The last trip that we took.
But
well, that's just where they know you're going to do multiple days. They have like a locker room place where you hang. There's equipment storage.
That's true.
They hang their rental stuff that you're renting, and they're numbered pegs, and you go hang it up because it needs to air out overnight while you're gone. So
right.
Pretty early in that because there's a rinse sink in the center of the room and that sort of thing. Do they have the the nitrox there, the enriched there,
Probably,
or
they're a 5-star dive resort, probably.
Okay.
You dive with nitrox?
I do. It's,
Oh, awesome.
doesn't,
Okay.
doesn't dry my, it's not so dry out my throat as much. So, but I
You're
still
trying to
do the
break it up.
same schedule like I'm not.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
okay.
so that-
Just letting you know, I'm getting bits and
Yeah,
pieces.
I do that. Yeah, okay, yeah, I do nitrox, but I dive the same schedule as everyone else, just doesn't dry my throat out as much, so.
Double check on that. It does not say anything in this printout, but that'd be worth just
Okay.
double checking, right? So, and
Yeah,
you're Jim, right?
Yeah, I'm James, huh?
James, have you
Yep.
had any progress in getting a roommate yet?
Well, no, actually, Jeff's on thinking about it, so, so I've
Okay.
got some folks that are deal, and I paid all the deposits so far, so.
Yes, yes. So we would kind of work that, so split that between you two. There are a few gentlemen that are on the wait list, i.e. they're interested in the trip, but haven't come forth. So I thought after tonight, we'll see who comes forth, who doesn't. And we'll see if we can get you that roommate. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good. And I think I have to obey because everything's paid for. So, I mean, so far up to now, so it's until next month. So, I've got some time to figure it out.
Yes,
And
we
I'm willing
do.
to go by myself. That's fine.
Are you? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not stressed about going by myself.
Oh, it's gonna be a great time. It's just gonna be wonderful. So,
Oh
any
yeah.
other- oh, sorry. Yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was snorkeling the Maldives last year by myself. It was great. I had a great time. Plenty of people. It works out fine.
I'd love to have a room to myself. So no offense to my roommate. We'll have fun. But I mean, it's no big deal. But it's not a cheaper rate. That's all. It's per person. So anyways, anyone else have more questions?
Yeah, I had some questions. I'm kind of the outsider. I hooked up on here because I've been trying to get out to the Cayman Islands since COVID. I did this big trip and it got canceled. And this seems like a really great package. I don't know if you guys are into New Mexican coming, but or if you have a limit on number of people, if I'm just kind of jumping in here as an outsider. Just be honest, let me know on that. But I would really love to join your group if that's possible. And then I'm a snorkeler. I've done quite a bit of snorkeling, and I'm just wondering if you are taking different people, what the options are for snorkelers as far as equipment and that kind of thing.
Right. Well, they say snorkelers are welcome. And, that's a good point. Is the snorkeling gear included for snorkelers? All right. Good question. And
I do have all my own snorkel gear, but sometimes it's nice just to rent it. It seems like a reasonable price, so I don't have to haul all that on all the flights to get out to the island.
Yeah, I have to have readers in my masks, so I know I'm bringing at least my mask.
Yeah, same with me. I have lenses in my mask.
Yeah, professional. So, but okay, so I will double check on that because it seems to me it was included. Yeah, it has to be for non-divers, but let me double check. I don't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction.
And do you have a limit? Because I have a friend who might want to come also where I would be able to have a roommate. I don't know if you have a limit of the number of people that you're having on this trip or how that works.
Well, let me break up that question. You're welcome to join the group, which is the Great Outdoors Adventures group. I'll put a contact information slide up once we get all our questions.
Okay, thank you.
And also the 3H Club. So prerequisite is you need to be a member of one of those two. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm on the 3H.
To the public.
I actually got on the 3H and I didn't realize it was in Arizona. I thought it was in New Mexico. So I'm on the 3H.
Awesome. Yeah, you have to be a member of either one of those places. And if you bring a guest, they just need to be advised and informed of what's going on, right? So you need to make sure you're informing your guest.
Okay, and I've taken lots of notes. So
yeah, and any policies or anything, just like as a club member, they need to work with those policies as well.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the group.
So, so that's it. But I will say that I did make a phone call to see how much availability was left. And they have one room left. It's poolside. So it's not oceanside.
That would be fine with me. Yeah. It would probably be, is that less expensive too?
No, it'll be, if you're coming as a diver, it's the diver's rate. And if it's non-diver, you get the non-diver rate.
Okay.
It's all the same. It's just, you know, everybody wants oceanfront. I mean, I want oceanfront.
Sure, but the ocean's right there. You can't go be very far from the ocean on the Cayman.
Well, we'll just, you know, we'll just come over to your house and then we'll have a pool party, you know, I mean, so it's all good, right? But I do have a couple other gals that are snorkelers that were supposed to confirm with me, so I can keep you advised of.
Right, well, just put me on a waiting list sort of thing and let me know. I know I'm kind of jumping in here as an outsider, so yeah, just.
Well, you're not an outsider if you're a member of the group.
But no, I appreciate it. Yeah, keep me in mind. So we'll see how it goes in terms of the other people and what they want to do. And but it seems like a great way to get to the Caymans and a nice resort. And
oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I would be excited to be able to be part of it.
Well, get RSVP'd for the trip. Okay, that'd be number one. That's how you get on the wait list. And then I'll keep everybody advised. You know, there's always cancellations, and so you never know, but I knew it was going to fill up fast. The other thing is, and I'm addressing this to the members that have already confirmed reservations. If you haven't gotten your airfare, I'm going to say again, get your airfare.
Yes.
It's going up. It's going up in price. And it's also, you know, at least for the flights that we're taking, if you want to fly with us, certainly free to fly any airline and any schedule that you want, but it's booking up, right?
Sure. Yeah. I'll start by I guess the RSVP is contacting you, and we can go cross details with that, and instead of taking
RSVP on the meetup for the event. Okay.
On the meetup. Okay.
And then contact me.
Okay, got it.
Your information.
All right. All right, thank you.
That's the process.
And Laura,
And it's
could
on
you
the
send me
3H club.
could you send me the information for the dive insurance? Because you never mentioned that before this presentation.
Okay, I can do that.
Send me the link, and then I got to drop off, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you for coming, Donetta.
All right, take care.
All right, girlfriends. We'll see you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so Donetta.
Hey, Laura, how far from the airport to the resort?
About 40 minutes. It's not a big island. Remember, it says like 22 miles.
Okay, so
remember?
So we were driving together, right? I never drive the left side, so I'm not going to drive.
Right, exactly. Yes, there's only one. I think there's only one road that's going to take you there. I'm going to share the screen with my contact information real quick at the very end. But oh yes, definitely. And we can work out. Maybe we don't need 4 cars, and we want to, you know, oops, not this one. We want to, you know, 4 of us to a car, you know. Yeah, so folks, this is my contact information. I am the group organizer for this event. Obviously, that's how you contact me. You can follow us on Facebook. We'd be happy if you did. And also, just FYI, I am a certified travel consultant, but I'm also a specialist for the Cayman Islands. So, for the group that we have so far, we have about 6 people confirmed. I will be getting in touch with you. What I'm going to try to do for collaboration is try to see how Microsoft Teams will work. So look to see a message from me about that. But that's where we can share files. I can send you some guides, some travel guides and tourism information, and any forms that we may need. So, and then, you know, just be able to, as a just us as confirmed, participants have a place where we can, come together and chat. I think that might be better than email. And, then we can coordinate, carpools, whatever we need to coordinate. So any further questions? There's been some really good ones. I've got my work cut out here. I'm making some notes.
Quick question, is Annie in? Was she still my roommate?
She is signed up. Yay.
I was about to ask you the same question to you. My flight was getting there around noon.
We are getting there in the Caymans around 2:30.
Yeah, mine is noon, actually earlier.
What flight did you get?
I actually was not able to, so I used my mileage to get my ticket. So I was not able to get yours. I got an overnight one, like go on airplane at 12 a.m. Like 12 a.m. that day, which I'm going to sleep on the airplane, and I'm getting the island around noon, like 11:30 or 12.
Okay.
Well, that's only 2.5 cocktails early.
Yeah, she can just hang out at the bar, right?
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I always, if it's a walking distance,
We'll
I'm just
drive
walk
for
over.
you. Yeah, if you hang out at the bar, we'll drive.
If you're responsible, it's 2.5 cocktails. But you
She's
might
already
get 4
said she's not driving, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Well, we won't
6
let her.
cocktails early.
Even if she wants to.
So how
I'll
about you?
seriousness, let me just address Annie. Annie, you'll just have to hang out and wait for us. I'll give you the flight information when we arrive and all of that. We'll stay in touch. But you'll just be arriving a little early.
Yeah, 2 hours early. That's not bad.
No.
Yeah, you can just chill out, get something to eat or something. But
It's not like you gotta hang out in the dungeon when you get there. There's so much stuff to see in that kind of place. It's nice.
Yeah, it'll just be so awesome to get to the island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else?
Yeah, my flight is the same as yours, Laura, and I'm planning to just drive to the airport in my car because I'm so.
Yeah. So we're gonna for the folks that are RSVP'd and confirmed, we will be having a meet and greet meeting prior to departure. And then as well, we can go over all, any last minute logistics and details and, needing to coordinate. Also, if this Microsoft Teams will work for us, that'll be even better because we can be coordinating all along, right, with each other. So, but that's kind of next steps. I will be advising about the final payment when that'll be due, right? I'll send a reminder out. Those of you who are thinking about it, like I said, there is one room and I will give preference to who has signed up and already contacted me about being interested and give them one last, opportunity to, take the plunge and just do it, right? Or if they're really not going to they're not really it's not for them at this time, that's fine. I'll then go to the wait list and see who's there and but you got to be ready to make that deposit right away, right? And also I would check the flights and make sure you're cool about the flights and the cost of the flights and the itinerary. So
you think you'd be able to firm up who wants to go and who doesn't fairly soon, or?
Well, I'm hoping in the next day or so.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we want to get that room.
All right, I'll get on that RSVP and get on there so I can be on some kind of waiting list then.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. But thank you all for coming. It was a great turnout, and like I said, you do not have to be RSVP'd to join us. I hope it was informative. I hope you got something out of it and enjoyed the show. I love to do this, it's a ton of fun for me. But if you have any more questions, there's my contact information. Email me, text me, call me. I will respond and I will get back to you. And I thank you all for coming. I've had a blast.
Okay, thank you. Organizing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura.
Bye.
Very cool.